If I could ask you about yourself for a minute here, obviously you were up there and you were introduced as the Walter Payton Man of the Year. I know there's a lot of really cool football honors, and you've racked up many of those things. How important or how special was it to be recognized, Arik, for the things and the great things that you've done away from the football field as not an athlete, but as a human being?
It was amazing to be recognized and honored in that way. I truly believe that, when it's all said and done, our careers and our legacy are going to be based on the people that we impact. And you can impact people through the game of football by exciting them and providing that inspiration and that hope. But also too, you can have a positive impact on your community and serve your community and think outside of yourself to uplift other individuals and ensure that young people have a chance at life. And we really are true role models, whether we like it or not. And you can choose to use that for good and go the extra mile and really be members of our society and serve our community in better ways. And that's what I choose to do and encourage other athletes to do as well.
You've done a lot of cool things in this game. Is it possible to say, like, where finding out that you had been picked as the Man of the Year, where does that stack up with sort of all of the great things that have happened throughout your career, even if it's going back to college or even high school?
Definitely up there, right at the top. It's a huge honor. It is what I'll be able to do with the platform to serve more people
Yeah.
and do more work is what I think about. And um, all the people that know me and have supported me and how proud they are and how I get to represent my team and also where I'm from, the city of Sacramento, and the love I get there and show that good things, amazing things come from that city is something I take pride in. And from a football standpoint, there's going to be amazing games and games that I remember forever, but there's going to be a lot of games I don't remember. And it was just another run of the mill football game. And so this definitely stacks up there. Yeah, it was crazy. We were in the green room with the commissioner, and the Packers players were in the green room. Little Wayne was in the green room. You guys saw them come out earlier. So I'm in the back chilling. We got pick five. And so I'm like, all right, I got a little time.
Right.
I'm, reading over, what they're going to have me say and stuff. And then like 5 minutes later, they're like, "You're up. There's been a trade," and they gave me. I posted on my Instagram too a little bit of behind the scenes of them giving me the card and telling me what I had to say, and me and the commissioner finding out that there had been a trade made, and everyone knew once we traded up to two that who we were getting, and that was Travis Hunter.
And you know, just to be part of that moment, was that pretty cool? He's obviously, one of those prospects that comes with a ton of hype and a lot of people believing that he is going to be a heck of a football player in this league. How about being there for that moment, something that has never happened before?
Yeah, it's a historic pick, first player with two positions in NFL draft history. So to be a part of that moment was huge, and to welcome a teammate of mine into the NFL and in that type of fashion was a lot of fun.
He seems like such a just a good dude and a good guy, and everyone seems to like him. What should they do? What should coaches do? Is he a guy who is a defensive starter and you've got some plays for him on offense? Or I was talking to Jimmy Smith the other day, and Jimmy says, "Nah, I think he should be a wide receiver and then play a little bit of defense here and there." You're a guy who knows what it takes to be a top defender in this league. What's the best way to utilize this incredible talent in Travis?
Well, I think this is rare air. We have a player here who would have been a first round pick as a receiver or a cornerback. And, that's very unlikely that a prospect could be a first round pick at two different positions. So, um, Liam Cohen, our coach, came out and said that they want to start him off on offense and sprinkle him into defense. So I think that's the plan they have for him. And we're excited to have him. And, it's going to be a bit of a transition for him, like it is for all of us rookies in the NFL. But he's a dynamic player. And, I think he's going to add a different element to our team that's going to be very exciting.
Obviously, nickel and dime, and we know there's not just two cornerbacks on the field. the entire game. So you've got guys who are playing just a couple of plays. Is that something that he will be able to easily do? Play offense, but also follow, know what's going on defensively, know what the scheme is, and be able to sort of be on the same page with you guys who are 100% dedicated to the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, we want playmakers out there, and he's definitely a playmaker. The special thing about Travis is him defensively is his ability to get the ball out of the air.
Yeah.
He plays cornerback like he's a receiver, and getting him his own coverage and being able to have his eyes on the quarterback and play receiver as be on defense and play receiver essentially and take the ball out of the air. That is something that is very special. And the name of the game is turnover. So they're going to have a plan for him to, get him up to speed on everything that we're doing on both sides of the football. And I'm sure they'll have a plan of how they want to utilize him. But, that's what I'm most excited about him defensively is his playmaking ability. And you've seen guys who are former wide receivers play cornerback, guys like Trayvon Diggs, guys who get the ball out of the air. And, Trayvon had 12 interceptions in a season. So that type of ability is special.
It reminds me how they say that the guys who play quarterback are the wide receivers that couldn't catch, but right, like with Trayvon and with Travis, these are the guys that obviously can make the catches, and probably why they come down with all the picks. How knowing what it takes to go through a game of football in the NFL, how impressive is it to even consider somebody playing even partially on both sides of the ball?
I think it's very impressive for sure. We play a tough game.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, all of our worlds are a little different. Playing offensive line and defensive line in the same game might be,
Right.
a lot different than playing a
That
skill
sounds like a
position.
death wish.
Yeah. I did that in high school, and
Right.
my team ran the ball behind me every play, and then I played defense as well too. And but yeah, I think he's a special talent, and he's going to do it in his way, and they're going to have a plan for him. And I'm excited to see as well too how we plan on using him.